Welcome to week one of business communications. This is Sean Canary, your professor. This week, what I want you to concentrate on is going ahead and getting your text, which is the Business Communications Process and Product, 8th edition, as well as the Cengage MindTap online interactive learning portal. Now, it's important to note that you need both the book as well as the Cengage MindTap online learning portal because that's what you'll be taking your quizzes on is the Cengage interactive learning portal called MindTap. So I want you to know that it's quick and easy to find any of the upcoming assignments if you go straight to your assignments tab. All your assignments will be listed throughout right here, as well as bonus assignments and your final exam. Now, what's really important to notice is that the actual quizzes don't live in Canvas themselves, but as you click on these Chapter 2 assignments or the assignments on this tab, you'll load the assignment in a new window, which will open up the Cengage MindTap portal. Here you'll be able to go ahead and take the quiz and activities straight from here. You'll notice that each area you'll have questions. You click on each of the questions to attempt each score. Now it's important to note that you'll have multiple attempts and it will take the best score. Now Chapter 1 is not due this week. However, I did want to discuss Chapter 1 as an introduction to the course. So Chapter 1 talks about business communication in the digital age. Now, what are communication skills? The traditional abilities we know of, which is reading, writing, speaking, and listening, and nonverbal skills. However, new requirements require us to be media savvy, right? Knowing all the different platforms that are out there as far as communications go. If you think about it, social media and the internet, there's YouTube, video, there's tons of different medium formats that we have to be savvy and understand. We also have to use good judgment online, maintain a positive image and presence, and also protect our employers' reputations when we're online. So if we think about writing in the digital age, writing matters more than ever, and online media requires more of it, not less. A lot of times, explaining ourselves thoroughly and accurately is very important, and it takes, in today's digital age, a lot of times people can take things out of context. Communicating clearly and effectively has never been more important than it is today. And life-changing critical judgments about people are being made solely on their writing. Think about the last time you received an email that you were confused if somebody was either happy or mad at you. We understand that there is judgments being made about people based on their writing. So what are tools for success in the 21st century workplace? Knowledge and information workers engage in mind work. Workers of the future must make sense of words, figures, and data. Knowledge available in digital universe doubles every year. In fact, I've read recently that there's over 1 trillion searches on the internet performed daily. And then finally, talent shortages plague a recovering U.S. market. So these are tools for succeeding in the 21st century, right? Thinking critically in the digital age and what that actually means. It means having opinions backed by reasons and evidence, using data to make statements and thinking through things. Anticipating and solving problems is very important. And making decisions and communicating them effectively not only throughout your team, but to your customers and prospects as well. Social media and changing communication technologies have really affected this. We can use social media and other communication platforms to directly connect to consumers. We can invite them to give us feedback and ask them to help us to improve products and services. We can also draw traffic to blogs, Twitter feeds, and the company website and online communications that helps us achieve business objectives such as sales and informational downloads. We can also use these technologies to announce and promote events. And we can also respond to crises using these channels. Word of mouth, positive and negative, can travel instantly now at the speed of a few mouse clicks. When we talk about the global marketplace and competition, some of the factors that prompted companies to move emerging markets around the world includes the rise of these new communication technologies, the removal of trade barriers, the advanced forms of transportation, including flying and plane and boats and trains, and saturated local markets. These all helped us move to a global marketplace. Some of the requirements for successful communicators in the new markets: understanding different customs, lifestyles, and business practices, coping with challenges of multiple time zones, vast distances, and different languages, practicing cultural awareness, flexibility, and patience, and also developing new skills and attitudes. Now, it's important to note that we're doing business in both virtual and non territorial offices, mobile and decentralized workspaces. You're taking an online class right now. Back in 1980, this was unheard of. Flexible work arrangements. In fact, the agency that I work for professionally, I live in Knoxville, Tennessee, and come up to Cleveland once a month, but I work remotely. Work shifters, a new breeder of telecommuters, co working and sharing communal office space as needed, and anytime, anywhere office enabled by technology. Social presence. The definition of this is the degree to which people are engaged online and ready to connect with users. Media with high social presence convey warmth and are personal. High is synchronous with communication, face to face, video conference, live chat, while low is email, social media posts. If you think about the way we take care of business today, think about this class right now. We're having a video conference. We have opportunities to meet face to face or via live chat. Ethics comes into play when we talk about business communications. It's important to abide by the law. It's important to understand a label and opinions, to tell the truth, to give credit where credit's due. We live in a day and age where it's easy to look up answers on the internet and claim things as our own thoughts. It's important to give credit and credit those original thoughts to who had them. To be objective, to communicate clearly, and to use inclusive language. 5 questions that can help guide you through these ethical decisions. Is the action legal? Would you do it if you were on the opposite side? I often think to myself, is this something that I could tell my mother that I was doing? Can you rule out a better alternative? Would a trusted advisor agree? Would family, friends, employer, or a coworker approve of what you're doing? These are all questions that you can use to determine if you're doing the right thing. That's a little intro into business communication in the digital age. Throughout the semester, we'll talk more about things going on. Just note that this week you should register for the book, and again, very easy to follow the instructions that are outlined in the syllabus right here. Also, too, register your book and look for announcements. But please keep an eye on the tab and understand the assignments and when they're due, because you both have assignments, bonus assignments, and a final exam due in this class. Until next week, have a good week.